Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classic/non-classic. This is episode number 785, and Doubleshot number 679. Alright, I got two Spider-Man trades. First up, it is Amazing Spider-Man Worldwide Volume 8. The second to last trade that collects Dan Slott's run. Yep. Collecting Amazing Spider-Man Volume 4, Issue 25, the backup story from that one. Amazing, and of course issues 784, 786, and number 42. The writing in here, mostly for these issues, are done by, in the regular Amazing Spider-Man issues, for 784, 786 is Dan Slott, Christos Gage. Christos Gage is one of the two backup stories printed here from Amazing Spider-Man 25. Dan Slott writes the annual, and Dean Hine does the second story. The annual itself is just, well, it's kind of a loose follow-up to what happened with Clone Conspiracy. See the Enforcers working for some mysterious guy. Yeah, the story doesn't tell exactly like who this guy is. And see, like it's mostly about Betty Brant. Her basically following up on an old case of Ned's, and that's simply what the whole point of the annual is. And we see Wilson Fisk, who is the mayor of New York City. Yep. And investigating stuff with the Battle of Bloody Creek. Yeah, and that story, this whole thing is all about that. The whole thing is about that. Yeah. And then we have three loosely connected issues that are called Threat Level Red. Yeah, that is simply put what these are. 94 is a fall-off from way back in that really over-the-top, ridiculous three-parter that involved a follow-up to the first arc of this relaunch in 2015, involving the whole stuff with the Zodiac. Yeah, it's where Scorpio gets out of the vault, and apparently he's well informed what's going on outside. Spider-Man fights him and basically defeats him. He gets hauled out to jail, and then the issue ended with no one else gets handed the card symbiote. 95 is all about Spider-Man teaming up with Loki. Yeah, this issue is a loose tie into what's going on in Doctor Strange. Not right now, anyway. From when this issue came out, was loose tie in what happening in that first arc that Jim Zeb did. When the title was restored to a triple digit numbering. Yeah, that's the whole point of this one. Yeah, just deal with time travel, stuff like that. The final part is Spider-Man team with Anit-Venom to stop the Goblin King from stealing stuff from Liz Allen. Of course, Liz herself hired Flash, and basically, there's even a line that she says later on where, yeah, I love bossing around my old high school boyfriend. Yep. And the whole thing connecting these issues is no one else with the current symbiote. Then we see a backup story, Return of Clash. Yeah, one of Dan Slott's original characters. Yep. So they have a loose file. He doesn't get to caption the story. He gets away. The other story is all about Peter Parker celebrating his birthday. So yeah, it's weird though for 794, 796. It's probably like me, a three-parter. It's not technically a three-parter. It's three loosely connected issues. And the whole point of the three-parter is to set up the end of Dan Slott's run. That is literally the whole point of this three-parter. The whole point of these three issues. But I gotta say, everything here is actually really good. I like the fact for the annual is not being like another A number one. I mean, oh my gosh. You would not believe how many A number ones that Spider-Man's had. He had like 4. Yeah, I'm glad the fact they decided to give him another one for that point. But he did receive another number 1 recently for A number 1. No idea what. Well, I actually think he might be getting another one soon. But I think that Marvel should stop doing a whole, like, along with relaunching the numbering for the series, stop relaunching the annuals. But this is actually pretty good. I'm going to give this book a 9.5 out of 10. It's really good. I was a little surprised, especially when these issues came out. I was a little surprised they decided to have a tie into Doctor Strange of all things. Makes sense. Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, both created by the same people, Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. Makes sense. Alright, next up, it is Spider-Man Deadpool, volume, I think this is 6. Yeah, 6. Where it collects issues 29 to 33. Written by Robbie Thompson. Artwork by Scott Hepburn, who does issues 29 and 32. Emilio Bernard, who does issues 30-31. With Matt Hardick on issue 31. Matt Hardick also does issue 33. And Philadelphia does issue 32. Mostly put, this is just a continuation of what Robert House is doing in this book. Yeah, where Spider-Man and Deadpool are trying to take down a project that involved making LMDs of popular superheroes. Yeah, like this one for Captain America, the Hulk. There's even one for Kraven the Hunter, who acts like a servant to Chameleon. He's the main villain of this whole storyline. And get this, the supporting characters in these issues are Mockingbird, Screwball, and Husk. Okay. 2 of these women happen to be blondes. One of whom happens to be related to an Avenger. Yeah, Husk is the sister of the X-Men, of the character who was found member of the New Mutants, Cannonball. Yep. And yeah, they're basically working with oh yeah, and Silk pops up in here as well. Yeah, this is actually Silk's first, when she showed up in this arc, this was her first time she showed up in one issue of Spider-Man 2099. And heck, Deadpool made a joke about the fact, hey, did your title get canceled? Yes, it did. Last year. After it got relaunched, it got canceled after issue 19. I'm still curious of why in the world Marvel ended the book for. At least they actually did, at least the guy praised Robbie Thompson for actually loosely following what happened afterwards. Apparently, Silk's brother's back in school, and her parents got a new place. Nice. Nice little send-off there. It's nice to see him. Silk herself is a great character, and I'm glad Robbie Thompson was the one who basically brought it back in this particular arc. Makes sense. He wrote her series. Yeah, he wrote the entire thing. Someone thought that the run only lasted 3 issues. It did not. The first volume lasted for 7 before hitting the restart button. Yep, and the recent volume ended after 19 issues. Yep. Excuse me. They also have this robot called Master Matrix, who was actually brought to the Shield by Richard and Mary Parker. Yep. And Peter is shocked at the end that they're the ones responsible about this. And hopefully the next arc will probably conclude this, because this arc has been going for a little while now. They also have this thing with time travel and with Deadpool from the future in here, which is interesting. But yeah, interesting set of issues. I'm going to give this book a 9.5 out of 10. Alright, so that's really it for this episode. Stay tuned for whenever I get a chance to do another episode. But the next video I'm going to do is a novel review. That'll be up in a little bit. But yeah, I'll do this in the next video. Bye.